Okay, so hi, Mr. Stephen. Welcome to my channel. And thank you so much for giving us your time to do this. Okay, so I'm just gonna get straight into it. Okay. So first question: describe what you do without saying what it is that you do.
I simplify business by optimizing processes and efficiencies. That's in a nutshell what I do.
Okay, so what do you love the most about what you do?
It's just that you usually have systems that's complicated, doesn't allow the users or end users to do what it is that they employed to do. So without struggle. So what I enjoy is simplifying that to make them more productive and eliminating frustration.
So what did you study?
I studied the diploma in business analysis in 2012.
Okay, that's like it was like 10 years ago. Okay, it is. Okay, so like in terms of like your career and everything, like where did you start and how did you find like the path that you're in right now, being like a senior a business analyst? Like how did that come about? Where did it start?
So my journey started in business as a business user and being frustrated with systems, being frustrated with having to deliver on key performance objectives and having your system as, I don't know, withholding you or restricting you from being able to perform your day-to-day duties. So you find that as a business user, you tend to deviate a lot out of the system, and you've got manual processes around the system because of inefficiencies in the system. So that's where my journey started. And in that and experiencing those frustrations, I began to engage IT resources. And I started, in that sense, writing requirements without me knowing that I'm writing requirements. So I would come up with suggestions of how to make the system better, how to improve the system, because of course, IT resources don't necessarily understand the business world and the day-to-day that any business user has to fulfill or perform. And so being able to be that voice from a business perspective enabled me to land a job within the IT space eventually. But yeah, that's essentially how I ended up becoming a business analyst.
Yeah, no, that is passionate. It's best. Like, I don't think I was like that. I don't think I was like that passionate.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like how I got into the IT space, but like that is like passion at its best. So like, what is the big? Okay, not even the biggest, but like the misconception that you might have had before coming into the space.
So
IT.
When I look at the app on the phone, you see buttons and you see a nice design, and you think that's what IT is all about, because you just want a nice look and feel, and even engaging business users, they tend to come up with this fairy tale idea of how the system should work because they want nice look and feel, and they don't understand the complexity around a simple button and the code it has to run. For example, for me, it's about it must look nice. Never mind how you make it work, it must look nice. So that is the biggest misconception, and where business get it wrong.
True, definitely. So so as a senior business analyst, so what does your normal day look like? Like from morning when you start, when you open your laptop, so what's like your normal day look like?
So I tend to start my day early to prepare for the amount of meetings that I'm going to have, and to try and find gaps in between my back-to-back meetings to actually do my planning or actually write my use cases or write my user stories or start writing a BRS or functional specification. So I start my day early to prep. Things comes into back meetings and to be able to still respond and participate in those meetings, and for the to-dos that comes out of the meeting, still perform and do all of that. If I don't start early and if I don't prep, I'm gonna miss my objectives. So I have to set my goals. So I set my goals, and then I attend meetings, and then I engage different resources, being developers, architects, business users, management. So I engage a lot of stakeholders in the process, and being prepared allows me to be able to juggle between meetings and change context, because the different meetings deals with different goals and objectives. So yeah, that's what my day looks like. I plan it. It doesn't always play out the way I planned it. But I try.
So do you like plan out like every single? Is it like a morning like routine like type of thing, or like weekly?
It's a morning routine. So you start off. You have your breakfast, and you have your coffee to start your day, and then you look at your calendar and you actually book out time to do certain things. But as the day goes along, or as the day progresses, that schedule goes out the window. But in the absence of preparation, if I was unprepared and my schedule goes out the window, I would be completely frantic and would not be able to function. So being prepared allows me to still be able to cope with the disruptions in my day. So yeah.
Sure, I guess it does help. Maybe it's something that I should do like more often, because I just like, juggle throughout the day. Like, even though sometimes I know there's things I still need to do with like my tasks and stuff, but I still, sometimes I forget until the next day that, this was a problem when I'm like doing my testing. But had I written like everything down from the beginning, then, it would have made my work easier. I think like planning is the way to go.
And it helps me also because I've got a lot of people to answer to. So it's our execs, our management team. It is when your stakeholders calls you and asks you for feedback. I need to stay up to date or abreast with whatever the developer has been able to complete the previous day to be able to report back when I have those engagements and negotiate timelines.
I don't like your job.
And so say a lot of developers. So usually when a developer tries to get a hold of me, it's red most of the time. My state.
No thanks. When I grow up, I want to be, I don't know what, but not a business analyst. So so as you mentioned that you've done something else and then you moved over into like being a business analyst. So far, what has been your favorite role?
I think most recently I really embraced the role as a BA. I haven't been always completely comfortable with the role of a BA because my role hasn't been so you have, if you go into the corporate world, you have business analysts and you've got systems analysts and you've got solutions architects and so forth, and they play different roles. So the BA would normally just get requirements. They're not involved in design. They just write the requirement and they pass it on to a systems analyst, who's then supposed to translate the business requirement into a functional or system requirement before it goes on to your architect who's going to design the solution. Now, our role in our organization bridges all those three roles into one, including testing and sometimes Scrum mastering and stuff as well. So I really began to embrace it because I used to be very confused because I'm not a generic business analyst, if you can call it that. So I don't just write requirements. I'm involved in the solution design. I'm involved in the after implementation stabilization process as well. And so my favorite role at this stage is being a business analyst. I don't want to be anything else.
Yeah, really.
I wanted to be other things before, but now I'm comfortable being a business analyst.
But I feel like you do you got so much to do. Like, as a developer, fine, like after designs and doing everything that you need to be involved in, and then when all of that is done, like you strictly get into your like zone of developing and stuff.
Yeah.
Fine, there's those standards, but like now there's like no one always like on your case, like, okay, how far, at least you see now they don't ask me, then they're gonna ask you how far things are going, then you do you see now.
I enjoy the engagement, and I enjoy the providing even to the developers clarity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I enjoy most, because what I found was there's always been a mismatch between the requirement is written, the developer picks up the work and starts developing, but the end result is different. So business wanted a cup and developer provided a bottle. So two different things completely. So I enjoy that engagement on both ends, where I'm able to facilitate and say, wait, did you show you that's really what you want? And then from a developer's perspective, I enjoy engaging and learning the technical aspect and being challenged to think technically and then just come up with a design that works. And it's nice to see it implemented. That's what I enjoy the most.
Okay. No, you most definitely do enjoy it, because like I said, this is like passion.
Yeah.
At its highest. Like I am passionate, but like not as you. Okay, so what is like your favorite BA concept, if there's such? Like, what is your favorite BA concept that you feel is like pretty cool that people don't know about? Maybe if it's a principle or whatever that you would like to share with us.
So I consider myself a business systems analyst. So business systems analysis is one concept that I use mostly. So I like systems. I like applications. I like gadgets, things that makes life easy. For example, F&B rolled out a seamless parking initiative. I don't know if you have heard of it. So seamless parking, basically you register your vehicle, and if you drive into a mall like Sandton City, you drive in without having to scan for a ticket. The system picks up your registration, goes seamlessly in and seamlessly out. By the time you go out the mall, your credit card is debited, or whichever payment method you specified is debited with your parking amount. So you don't get to stand in queues.
That is actually cool, because I think I did see it, but I wasn't sure whether I saw it at Mall of Africa or Tambo.
Mall of Africa,
I did see something like that where you're able to. Yeah, I think it was Mall of Africa where you can, because I remember, I think there was queues, during the December season, and then they ask you to scan. There's like the QR code that you scan. But yeah, because I used Standard Bank, but I can't remember, but it didn't quite work out for me. But like that is actually cool.
Yeah, so that's what I really enjoy doing. But I like systems and building systems that simplifies your day to day.
Yeah.
If I don't have to call a call center and I can get onto an app and lodge a claim, that's what I thrive on. So building those systems, so systems analysis, finding systems that simplifies business process. I actually wrote something down concerning that concept. So it's analyzing and defining business problems in order to elicit business requirements. So you build processes, not just system processes, but also enhance business processes. So what the user does when they start initiating a claim, when is the user, when is the system, and the two has to work together. So I enjoy building that. So business systems analysis is my key concept that I use most of the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is really cool. So like we've like sort of like coming to an end of the interview. So what advice would you give to your younger self in terms of career, education, and all of that? What would you say to your younger self?
So it took me 7 years from joining the financial services industry to getting into IT. It took me 7 years to get there. So I would advise my younger self to discover.
So wait, has it been a goal to get into IT, or?
So it was a journey.
It was just a journey.
It was a journey because as a business user, you move from role to role, and it's day-to-day admin that you do, and you're frustrated with it, but you're not doing anything about it, right? So it took me 7 years before I did something. So I would encourage my younger self to do it sooner. So to sooner discover who you want to be and what is it that you enjoy, what drives you, would be what I would encourage my younger self to discover quickly. So discover that quick, embrace it, and never stop learning. Don't ever become complacent.
Yeah.
Don't become complacent and think you are comfortable, because nothing in life is guaranteed. The jobs we have today, we might not have it tomorrow. So never stop learning.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. That was a good one. Like, I'm gonna use it for myself. Like, I'm gonna use it. That I'm taking it. So what is like your drag? What do you spend most of your money on? Like gadgets?
Yeah, gadgets for sure. So you can't see, I've got my MacBook, I've got my iPad, I've got my iPhone, I've got my AirPods.
No, I know your table. I know what your office table used to look like. So
yeah, gadgets is one thing. One of the other things that I spend a lot of money on is home renovations. Not big, but there's always a small little project which I enjoy, making my family's life comfortable. That's what I spend most of my money on. Other than that, yeah, I chill at home.
Okay. So what is like your definition of like success? And like, what is your ultimate goal in life right now as we're recording this video?
Yeah. I know success for a lot of people is defined as being financially free, is what they call these days. Having the ability to spend money whenever without question. My definition of success is getting to the end of a day and being fulfilled that you made a difference in someone's life, in whichever capacity. That's my definition of I'm successful. So I might live in a house and own it and drive a car and still own it. Doesn't matter to me. I'm still successful because I'm able to meet my commitments, right? So that's my definition of being successful. But I never want to be complacent. I always want to strive to do better. Yeah.
True. And then what's like your ultimate goal in life? Your ultimate goal?
Ultimately, I would like to have the things that I have and not owe anything on it. That's the ultimate goal. But ultimately to leave a legacy to whoever I come in contact with, and that legacy is simply follow your passion, find yourself, and be true to who you are. Don't be defined by what your peers say and what everybody else does and what the trends are. And because everyone is doing it, I'm doing it. Be you, be unique, and be passionate about who you are. So I'm passionate about me first.
Okay, like I'm inspired. Like this now, I feel like you're talking to me. I feel like you're motivating me. I really appreciate that.
So the thing is,
thank you.
At the end of the day, if I don't discover me first, and if I'm not comfortable with me, I'm always going to search for something else, and this is what I did for years. That's why I said to you, I became passionate about business analysis recent as in 2020, 2021, as that recent. So 2021 was a pivotal period in my life because in 2021, I learned to appreciate what I have above what I want. And that stopped me from chasing after things that not really going to yield fulfillment.
Sure.
And so, yeah.
No, like I agree because I read somewhere because I'm one of those people. I feel like I know like your happiness is not your next job. Your happiness is not the next car you drive or whatnot.
Yeah.
So there's a quote that says, wherever you are, there you are. Like if the problem is you, no matter where you go, you'll still encounter problems.
Yes.
So also I think my goal is to reach that point where like I'm content. I don't think I'm content yet.
So well, yeah.
But
I
yes.
speak about fulfillment and contentment. I'm not there yet, but I strive towards it.
Okay.
And once you start appreciating,
Yeah.
once you start appreciating what you have, your outlook on life becomes different. You look at things differently. Changes your perspective completely.
Sure, I can't wait. Okay, so I've got 3 bonus questions. They're not related to your work or whatnot.
All right.
So they're just fun questions. So question number 1, like, do you ask questions or do you settle for what you know? In general.
It's conditional. So like when I'm shopping.
Okay, but like too often. Too often, like in most cases.
In work, I question. In life in general, like in shopping, I don't question a lot. So if you're offering me a service, and I would ask you how much do you charge, and I would not bargain with you. So in that instance, I don't question. But if it comes to me and it affects me directly, then I will ask.
Okay, then you do ask questions. Like for instance, if let's say there was been a cut in your wage or whatnot, then you would your salary, then you would go ask.
I won't keep quiet.
I think I would keep quiet. I wouldn't say anything. I'd assume that maybe something happened and I wouldn't ask.
No. I would politely ask. I would not fight, but I would ask. I would say, is there a mistake or something? No, politely. So I can see there's a reduction. What happened?
Okay. Okay, I guess. But it's so difficult. Can I win the lottery so that I don't have to ask? Or pay someone to ask for me?
When you see other people being confrontational, then you want to be like them. Because I envy them at times. But then sometimes when it becomes a bit aggressive and you're like, no, I don't envy that.
Yeah, and also like I feel like at times there's like a line between like asking questions. Sometimes even if they're like genuine questions, you're not even being aggressive or so, but they sometimes count against you that you don't like take instructions, you always question and you are hired, like type of things to do. So that's why I'm like, I'll agree to anything. And as long as I'm just like, whatever. Okay, so next question. So do you prefer loud neighbors or nosy neighbors?
Neither of the two.
No, but you must choose one. You must choose one.
Oh, well.
Yes.
I suppose I would settle for loud.
I hate noise.
I don't want people in my business.
Well, for me, I don't think I have a business, so they can mind it all they want. I don't have a business, so I have nothing going on. So, but loud, I hate noise. So you prefer loud neighbors?
Yeah, if I had to choose, well, I have loud neighbors. When they party for real. But they don't.
Oh, that's not nice.
They don't come knock on my door often, so I prefer that.
No, but still they're loud. Like I'm one of those people. It needs to be quiet. If there's anyone who makes noise, it must be me. I need everyone quiet.
Then you must go stay in a complex in a estate or something. where there's no noise.
Yeah, because now that I'm like looking for a place to stay, like I want to move out of home, I always go onto Google and I check the reviews. If I see one comment about noise, I'm like, I'm not doing it. So it's out. Like I need one comment. I need one person to say noise, and then I'm out. I'm like, nah,
as long as they're managing the noise.
Okay, so last question. No, I don't want noise at all. I don't want kids screaming. I don't want anyone saying anything. I don't want people knocking. I don't want to hear people walking outside. I want like silence.
Oh wow.
So last question. Do you not prefer? Okay. Well, which one would you rather have, like false hope or unnecessary anxiety?
No, I don't have false hope. I don't like anxiety.
Oh my god,
anxiety adds no value.
True. Like I'm gonna play this part of the video every single time because I'm one of those. I'm a highly anxious person. Like I'm always anxious. Cannot always, but like too often. Like, and I end up like not doing things I'm supposed to do, or postpone, or what do you call it? Procrastinate. Because of anxiety. Because I'm like, oh my god, okay. But
what if it doesn't work out? What if they say no?
It's like what if it's not. I don't think I'm a perfectionist. Like, I honestly don't think I'm a perfectionist. But sometimes I feel like I don't do things because I'm like, what if it's not going to work out? And what if it's not going to like work out well as well?
Yeah, but the most successful people take risks in life and they fail, but they try again. So
true. So that's why somewhere in I must move to China. I don't know, like I feel like pardon?
China.
Yeah, okay, not China, but like move out of the country or do something or move to a different like province or country. I don't know. And just, spice things up and, challenge my anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah, like just to challenge my anxiety and, and all of that. So, okay, so thank you so much for I really enjoyed this conversation. So do you have like any social media, if there's like people want to maybe connect with you or like would like to be like business analysts? Do you like
I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Not very active, but I am there. I'm visible.
So thank you so much and bye everybody.